in the airplane. So then we have you're going to take the rudder controls, and there's a little trim control on there. So the trim here is this one. So you want to set this, and you take it and you look at the elevator, and you can see the trim moving. So that's a check to see that it's working okay. You put it in neutral, and the elevator, the trim on the back of the end should be neutral on there. So we're going to do that. Now, every time you get in the airplane, you put your seatbelt on. Now, for takeoff and landings, you have to have the harness on. But you always want to put the seatbelt on and adjust the seat so you can reach the pedals and reach everything. Now, when you're out there walking around, you want to be clear of the propeller. Because especially at night when it's spinning, it could hurt you and it won't say excuse me. This one here was bent because somebody took and stalled the airplane at 20 feet in the air, and the airplane went down and hit the prop and bent the prop, and so we had to change it. It's about a $35,000 repair job because we had to pull the engine down to look at the engine and make sure nothing was broke. And anytime the propeller has damage to it, the engine's got to come across. Years ago, if you could dress out the prop, which is would okay. But nowadays, if you have any damage on it, you're going to have to pull the engine and look at the engine. And we're going to taxi down the runway. We'll have to get permission to go out on the runway there.
We are here for a nighttime taxiing operation with the AIM students for our project on taxiing. Our instructor today is Pilot Fayed. He's going to show us the walk-around procedure before we enter in to start taxiing.
To come in and look inside and see that we have enough fuel, and that should be enough for what we're doing today, which is the taxi part. After we verify that we have enough fuel, now we can start the pre-flight. The reason we check fuel in the beginning is that we give the fuel truck time to get here while we do the rest of the pre-flight. I'll get you the fuel sample so you can understand how it's done. Okay, you're going to try one and then you'll try the other way. Now down here, I want you to untie the rope. Go ahead and untie it.
You're tied down.
Okay, you have the fuel sampler. Down here is where we test the fuel. See this T part? See it? You just put the tube on it and you push up until you get the fuel coming down. Okay, that's good. Now here is a fuel sample. There are no bubbles in the bottom. No bubbles means no water, right? We check for contamination. What you want to do now is smell it and make sure it smells like fuel. Alright, and you get to do the same thing. Alright, same thing underneath here. We're going to check that there's no brake fluid leaking, the tire is in good condition, and the strut is in good condition. Alright, then we come along over here. We're going to check the oil level. This engine will run, as per the manufacturer, on 2 quarts of oil, but we always keep it at 6. So just like a car oil dipstick, just pull out and find the numbers here that indicate the oil level. Just keep turning around. Okay, here is number 8, as you can see, and number 6 is down there. So we have about 7 quarts of oil. See that? Alright, everything else looks like it's in shape. Now all we're looking at is that making sure that nothing is hanging loose. Now over here we check inside here, there's the alternator belt, which you have in here and go forward with your fingers. You'll feel the belt tension. Okay, nose wheel looks good, the strut looks good, and the prop, good shape, right? It's going nowhere. On this side, we do the same thing. Just make sure that nothing is hanging loose, right? Now I cannot tell you if these are connected properly or not. But all I know is that nothing is hanging loose, right? So if we go inside and it works, this means they are connected properly. So let's hope for the best. Here's another fuel testing point. Go ahead, put your fuel tester on it at a 45 angle and push. That's good. Tell me if you see any bubbles. Looks clear. Perfect. Okay, and then if you don't mind to undo the rope. It's getting cold. Okay, that's good. And this is our last fuel testing point right there, the fuel drain. See another T there.
Oh, it's good.
Okay. Now everything looks good in one piece here. Same thing with the stabilizer. Full travel. Undo the rope. We're good to go. Okay, that takes care of the pre-flight. Now there are seat belts that we need to put on, so we can. Let's see. So the C stands for Cherokee. Remember,
Cherokee.
C is Cherokee. So Manassas Ground Cherokee 82587 Dallas Aviation Taxi 2. We call this 3-4 left.
Left?
Yes. Yeah, let me write it for you. So this is actually 3-4 left. We don't say 34L.
34 left.
3-4 left.
Okay.
So Manassas Ground Cherokee 82587. The C stands for
Cherokee.
Cherokee 82587 Dallas Aviation Taxi to 3-4 left for run up. They'll come back to you and give you clearance. Then you say Cherokee 82587 taxi again 3-4 left. We use the word via alpha. All right.
34 left there.
Via.
Via.
3-4 left via alpha
Via alpha.
instead of by.
Okay.
Then coming back when we're done Manassas Ground Cherokee again 3-4 left run up block taxi to Dallas Aviation West Ram. They'll clear you and then you say Cherokee 82587 taxi to West Ram. Okay. That's all you have to do. All right. Okay, watch your fingers. All right. Now we're going to start the engine. Okay. Correct. Now here is the key. We're going to start this. I know these airplanes, they don't like to start in the cold, but let's see. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to, let's see. Let's put this just in case. Turn the master switch on.
Alright.
Turn the fuel pump on. Mixture is rich.
Mixture is rich.
All the way full forward.
All the way forward.
Now this is the primer. Okay, now pump it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's good. Now open your small window over there. See it?
Small one.
And shout clear prop.
Clear prop.
All right. Go ahead and start the engine.
So just turn the key.
Yes, go ahead and start it. Works. Super.
He said it works.